Angelica Segura Horta, and let's talk about the definition of personality. This is a project of the subject psychology. What is personality? Definition of personality. The personality is individual difference in characteristics, patterns of thought, feeling, and behavior. Think. Do they focus on the positive, optimistic things or negative, pessimistic things? Feel. Are they usually happy or happy? Do you experience intense emotions? Act. Do they talk a lot? Are they giddy or they like to try new things? The personality does not include physical characteristics such as height or skill, being a good chess player. Temporary states such as hunger and mood. We have other objects that is the personality and diversity. Personality includes cultural and social difference. Does it apply to ethnic groups? Example, cultural difference between Asians and Western thought. Debate personality versus situation. In the 80s and 80s, it was debated whether personality or situation explain human behavior. Personality side, even though difference help break behavior. Example, even in obvious experiments, not everyone agrees. Side of the situation influence more than personality. Examples, migrants show how heredity can change behavior. In conclusion, both personality and situation have influence. Personality influence, it is stable, it changes slightly with age, but not relatively older with one person and many other kinds, since if sober or 30. Do you predict behavior? Examples, extroversion, more happiness and social status, kindness, less bursts and crimes, responsibility, more work and academic success, emotional stability, less depression and effects in relationships, opinion, more trouble, faster salaries and liberal boosting. Is there an agreement between people? Friends in family usually agree in the evaluation of someone's personality. In conclusion, the personality describes consistent and predictable patterns in conclusion. In the second lessons, the personality measurement methods. Done in a common test, many are not specifically valid, for example, journal tests, and the self-report questionnaire dated a clear questions. Advantages, convenient, accessible, and based on the personal knowledge of the individual. Some of these disadvantages are the basis to this knowledge or self-lack of knowledge. Informal questionnaires, evaluated by people close to the target. Advantage, they over-extend information and capture visible traits of others. Behavioral measure. It is of the observation of behaviors and their traits such as social interaction, personal recollections. Their advantage is that they are more subjective and less subjective. This makes it difficult to link to specific traits. Personality tests. They are projective, they are ambiguous stimuli, rational little support by evidence, and the objectives, yet questionnaire analysis empirical. The advantage, more difficult to manipulate. Disadvantage, personality errors interpretations. Characteristics of good measurement: reliability, consistency in results. Methods: test versus internet, consistent parallel forms. Traits: investigators, errors, or response fluctuations. Validity: instrument actuary. We have types, and conversion consists with other measures of the same trait. Discriminating is not related to traits. Predictive predicts behavior associated with the trait. Generality applicable to various groups, contexts, and time. This summary highlights the main methods of personality measurement and where strength, weakness, and the evaluation criteria. Core concept in psychodynamic theory. A. Structure of the mind, ID, ego, and superego. We propose that the mind operates through three distinct components. ID, the irrational impulsive and instinct driven by the psyche seeks immediate gratifications. Ego, the rational mediator that weighs opinions and takes a long-term perspective to resolve conflicts between the ego and the superego. 3. The superego, the more compassing form of social norms and personal values remains for detailed behavior. In conclusion, first, second dynamic theories of personality offer a rich historical foundation for understanding human behavior, despite their limitations and scarcity of empirical validations concepts like unconscious motivation, defense mechanisms, and the interplay between interaction forces remain influential in psychology. While the competitive personality research often releases empirical support series, Freud's work continues to inform therapeutic practice and inspire debates about the human mind. Summary trait theories and socio-cognitive theories of personality. Personality theories seek to explain how people differ in their thoughts, emotions, and behavior. Two main approaches in this field are trait theories and cognitive theories. Trait theories. The focus on the trait focuses on defining and describing the psychological characteristics in which people differ. Definition of traits. They are continuous dimensions such as extroversion or curiosity that allow individual difference to be measured. Classification. The traits are grouped into broader factors such as the B5, kindness, awareness, neuroticism, and openness to experience. Criticisms, although useful for describing and predicting behavior, the theories are limited because they do not explain the origin of the traits. Sociocognitive theories. Well, we have this stories emphasizes the interaction between personality, environment, and cognitive processes. Main areas. Behaviors are influenced by specific belief, experience, and situation. American models. Albert Bandura developed the concept of false efficacy in the process of learning by observation. Flexibility. They consider that personality varies according to the context with contrast with the established purpose by theories or traits. Integration approach. We flex in the city distribution model combines both approach by considering that traits add general produce the similar momentary states allowing to analyze but established in the personality. But approach overvalue perspective that theories describe difference by social cognitive experience and how people behave different depending on the circumstances. General summary humanistic theories of personality. Humanistic theories of personality focus on understanding the subjective experience of each individual and fixing personal growth and development of human potential in the search of meaning in life. This approach values the uniqueness of each person and their ability to fully see self. Humanistic perspective. Humanistic psychology seek to understand what makes a person who he is from his internal and subjective perspective known as phenomenology. This concept describes the consciousness and personal experience of life which is unique to each individual. The I in self-understanding. The I includes but the subjective experience of the person as the self-concept, which encompasses the perception the person has of himself, his abilities, goals, and personality. This self-concept not only reflects how a person looks but also influences the way they think, feel, and behave regardless in the words and the perception persists. Maslow need hierarchy. Abraham Maslow proposed that people have a hierarchy of needs that must be met in order, from the most basic to the most advanced. Psychological needs, food, water, and shelter. Secure needs, stability and protections. Needs of belonging, significant social relationships. Self-esteem needs, achievements and recognitions. Self-realization, reaching the maximum potential self. Self-realization, the pinnacle and the hierarchy is imposed to become the best version of oneself. Courageous and self-realization. Courageous explains that concept of self-realization as the main engine of personality according to Rogers to achieve these four relations in the crucial receive unconditional positive acceptance that is love and support is not depend on the specific conditions, but where loved under certain and their personal limits. Rogers described as self-realization a person as someone that takes full conscious and capable on the life on the self-control of his life. Well, in conclusions, the humanist theories offer an systematic and individual-centered view of the personality, highlighting personal growth and the process and subjective experience, although it's subjective and challenge its impact psychological and therapy remains significant. Lesson 6. Conclusion. Personality, culture, work, and health. Personality is deeply influenced by culture, which shapes the way people think, feel, and perceive themselves. Individualistic cultures such as the American one value independence, individual rights, and personal diversity, but tend to have higher levels of online impression on the other hands, and collectivist cultures such as those of East Asia prioritize and interpersonal relationships grow harmony and traditions, which reinforce a sense of belonging and can limit self-expression. This cultural difference underlines the importance of considering the social cultural context when analyzing personality, since cultural values and norms significantly impact how people relate to themselves and others.